Sophie Adler. Welcome to this tutorial on how to install the MELD Graph algorithm if you're working on a Mac. So the first thing that you need to do is to go to github.com/MELD project. This is where all the code for the MELD project is stored. You then want to click on MELD Graph, which is our latest algorithm for the detection of focal cortical dysplasias. And if you scroll down, you'll reach the README, which tells you about the MELD Graph algorithm. To get full documentation and including how to install the algorithm, you need to click here. You can then go to Native Installation, and this will tell you how to install the MELD Graph algorithm for a Mac. And native installation is required if you're on any M-chip Apple computer, which is most of the Macs from 2021 onwards. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is to download the prerequisites. The first package that you need to have installed is FreeSurfer if you don't already have it. The MELD classifier is trained on data from version 6 and 5.3, but it's compatible with any FreeSurfer version up to version 7.2. So the first thing you need to do is download FreeSurfer. So you can go to the FreeSurfer downloads page, the link is here, and you'll just need to scroll down till you get to the Mac downloads and download Mac version. FreeSurfer also has detailed instructions about how to install the FreeSurfer. So you follow the instructions, and then FreeSurfer will end up being installed in your applications in a folder called FreeSurfer, and I've installed version 7.2. So you can see on my computer that I have in applications, I have version 7.2. The other thing that you need to make sure that you do is that you obtain a license. So in order to use FreeSurfer, you need to obtain a license. It's free. You just click on this link here, and then you fill in your details and you'll be sent a license.txt file. What you need to do is copy that file into your FreeSurfer folder, so you can see that my license.txt file is here. So that's how to install FreeSurfer. There's one more package that you need, and this is called Anaconda. We use this to manage the environment and dependencies. So if you click on Anaconda, you'll receive the information about how to download on Mac and install Anaconda. So please follow these instructions before carrying on with the MELD Graph Mac installation tutorial. Both FreeSurfer and Anaconda, you're ready to download the MELD classifier. So you want to click on the GitHub, and this will take you to the GitHub release. We've currently got version 2.2.0, and you can just click to download the code. Once it's downloaded, you want to, it's in a zipped folder or in a tar folder, so you need to extract that, but you can then you then should have your MELD graph downloaded. I've downloaded it onto my desktop. So here's my MELD graph folder. And what I want to do is open my FreeSurfer folder, which is in Applications, and I want to copy my license.txt. I'm going to do Command C, and I want to copy it into MELD graph. So you can see that I now have my FreeSurfer license in my MELD graph folder. So we've done step 3. We then want to save the path of our MELD directory. So I'm going to open a terminal window, and I've saved my MELD graph on my desktop. So I'm going to go to my MELD graph folder, and I'm going to type print working directory, pwd, and this is the path to my MELD graph. And I'm just going to copy that and save it in a text file so that I have saved the path to where my MELD graph algorithm is stored. MELD Graph algorithm, the next stage is to activate your environment. To do this, you need to open your terminal window and again CD to where your MELD Graph algorithm is stored. So for me, it's on my desktop and it's in MELD Graph. So I'm going to CD to MELD Graph, and then I'm going to run this command and press enter. Okay, and it's going to start building the environment. The next stage is to set up the paths and download the model. So to do this, again, in your MELD Graph directory, you're just going to run this command. So you can see I'm already in my MELD Graph directory, and I'm just going to run this command. Then what will happen is it tells you that the current MELD data folder path is, and it gives you a file location, and then it says, would you like to change it? And you want to type yes to this, so you type Y. And then it says enter the full path to your data folder. So I'm going to create a folder here, and I'm going to call it MELD Data Test. And I'm just going to open another terminal window. And I'm just going to get the path of that new folder. So I'm going to go MELD Data. Sorry, I need to go back to the desktop. And I'm going to go into MELD Data Test. And I'm just going to type pwd, print working directory, in order to get the exact path to that new folder. And I'm going to enter that as the path to my folder and press enter. And then it will start setting up the paths and downloading the model. I've now set up the paths and downloaded the model into this MELD data test folder. This will be the folder where I can store all the patient MRI data that I want to then run the algorithm on. And you can see that it's finished downloading. So the next stage is to verify the installation. Loading your model. The next stage is to verify your installation. So you again, as always, need to make sure you're in the MELD Graph folder. And if you're doing the native installation, you also need to make sure that you've exported your FreeSurfer home. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to source my FreeSurfer. And then I can go down and I can run my PyTest, which is going to test that my installation has been successful. It will take around 15 minutes and it's going to perform a series of tests to check that everything has installed correctly. So the first test has been completed and it's passed, which is in green. If one of the tests fails, it will come up in red. Now, if one of the tests were to fail, what you can do is run the same command again, but with this extra part that says -s, etc. And what this will do is create a file called pytest_errors.log, which you can then send to us, which will print out a series of which tests failed and why, that we would hopefully be able to troubleshoot your installation problems.